What did they say to you?
It was just basically, I need you to remove the hat because it's provoking political violence. And if I don't remove it, I'll be evicted out of the venue.
Provoking political violence. Were people around you getting agitated or anything?
No, never. I've actually worn the hat probably 4 times in a row at the same venue in the last 8 weeks. So it's a surprise to me. I'm actually a regular there as well. And to be honest, I was just having a bad hair day yesterday, so I just thought I'd put the hat on again.
You have ruined the United States! You've ruined us! We will not recover! Oh! God! We will never recover because of your stupidity! Stupidity!
Ma'am, I hope you have a great day again.
It's wild how life has a way of cycling back, because lately there's been a growing trend. People wearing MAGA hats and Trump march are facing cold shoulders, dirty looks, and outright exclusion when they travel, not just around the US but overseas too. And honestly, the irony writes itself. If you're new to my channel, don't forget subscribe, like, and share. Now let's get to it.
Look, I'm allowed to wear a hat. I mean, I can express myself how I want.
This is not expression. This is hate speech. This is every kind of misogyny, homophobia, racism, bigotry, Islamophobia. I can go on and on. Until you take that hat off, you will not be served.
I'm not taking it off.
Well, then you will not be served in this restaurant.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He just said that.
You've got to be kidding me.
We should all get up and leave.
We'll all get up and leave. I'll leave.
Come on, let's go. We're out.
He told him.
Yep, he will not serve him.
He just told me.
Let's go. I would never stay here. That's it. You're making him leave? You won't serve him?
We won't serve him while he's wearing a hat that represents those.
Represents what?
Represents.
Make American great again. That's bad?
Making America great is an expression of
nothing, but a nice, hopeful thing. I would not eat here.
Get out of here.
Following her lead, both sets of diners are so disgusted, they head for the door.
Trust me.
And we make sure that this is put all over everywhere. We're even going to call the news.
I heard about all the protests in Mexico City. So apparently they're protesting because a lot of Americans keep moving to Mexico, and now the rent price has increased 47%. Yes, that is unfortunate. However, this got something to do with the Mexican government for allowing these practices to be in place and these greedy ass landlords. This is a rich versus poor issue, not the Americans versus non-Americans. They were saying that some Americans are working from home making U.S. money, but you got to understand, up here in America, the cost of living is too damn high up here as well. They did a few interviews out there in Mexico City, and one man said that he'd be struggling to decide if he want to pay for food, if he could pay for electricity, or water, I think was the third option. We got that same issue up here. Trust me. Trust me. And that's exactly why the government and these greedy ass landlords need to be penalized, because at the very end of the day, just because some people want to migrate to Mexico City, they should not inconvenience the locals. Y'all been living there for God knows how long. Why is the rent going up by 47%? Like I said, it's a rich versus poor issue. We have that same issue up here. And in the Americans' defense, they're moving out there to start a better life, because up here, $3,000 for some damn rent. And then you got to make 3 times that. Your credit score got to be a fucking 50,000. We struggling up here too. Imagine struggling up here in America, and then you move to another country so you can live a better life. And then they jack the rent price up anyway, 47%. Now the people that live in that country, the natives, don't like you because they feel like it's your fault. We can't win for losing, and it's not just us. There's other people from other countries that migrate to the U.S. for a better life, and it don't always work out that way either. They want to cause and create division. They want us to be mad at each other, and we're not the issue. We're not responsible for the rent prices. There was another woman in the interview. She said she feels like right after gentrification, here comes colonization, and she feels like they're going to come and exploit their resources when they run out and start taking all their resources. Don't get me wrong. When Americans get their hands on something, they do be ruining it. And this is coming from an American. But Americans ain't the only ones I've seen touch things that ain't got no business being touched and just being greedy. Once again, a government issue. We need to check our government, and y'all government needs to be checked by y'all as well. These issues all lead up to people in positions of power. The government. Creating division is their specialty. And right now, like I said, this is a rich versus poor issue.
I've seen a few videos of people wearing MAGA hats in Mexico, and my question is, what is the intent and what is the appropriate response to something like that? Because if you're going to go down into a place that you have shown such hate and disdain for and wear basically an FU hat to them, what do you think is going to happen? And do you think if something does happen to you, that we should come and find you and bail you out? I mean, I'm not saying I wish harm on people, but you're literally going somewhere where you're not welcome and you're showing that basically you're just spitting in those people's face. So like, what's the appropriate reaction for a Mexican to respond to an American who's wearing a MAGA hat? Because I have a few ideas of what I would do if I was in their shoes. And I wonder, what would you do if somebody came and basically just spat in your face? Because that is exactly what they're doing. They think that because Donald Trump is president, they're now safe to do and say whatever they want, wherever they want. And unfortunately for them, they're going to find out pretty quickly that is not the case. You are not welcome in Mexico. You will never be welcome again in Mexico. You should not be eating Mexican food. You should not be listening to Mexican music. You should not be having Taco Tuesday. You should not celebrate Cinco de Mayo coming up in May. None of those things if you are on Team Trump, because you have completely spat in the face of every Mexican and every Mexican American by supporting MAGA. Why would you wear a MAGA hat to Mexico? What are you trying to do? Just be a jerk? Be that person? Like, why would you do something like that? And I guarantee something is going to happen to one of those people, and they are going to expect the rest of us to feel sorry for him. Newsflash, we won't.
You see, this is a perfect example, and thank you for this comment. This is a perfect example of Trump supporters doing things under the guise of, oh, I'm just minding my business. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. You know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to elicit some type of response so that you can either play victim or just get into an argument that you're dying to have. I don't know if y'all seen the video recently of that man who was on the airplane and he had like a shirt that said, I'm voting for the felon or something like that. And he was recording himself to see if he would get a reaction from people. They do that all the time. Like, the way that people have been ushered into this cult-like following of this man is truly, truly devastating. Not to me, but to their mental state, because they truly don't see why what they're doing is corny and lame. What makes you go to Mexico out of all countries and wear a Make America Great Again hat? You know what you're doing. Mind you, you're a guest in these people's beautiful country, and that's what you want to wear? That's how you show your appreciation to the people who literally open their doors towards you?
I'm here today at the Hilton, Cincinnati, Netherlands Plaza, and today is March 31st, 2025. As I'm sitting here and I'm crying because when I checked in this morning, I was visiting Cincinnati on a business trip, and I was going through, I had a distressful night the night previously, and I wanted to go ahead and check into the hotel because I was tired. I'd missed my flight going back to San Antonio, and I had stayed at the same hotel with a friend of mine who had booked it under her name, and the staff was great. One particular lady I'd like to give a shout out to is the front desk receptionist, Cassie. And the one that I'm going to really give the true shout out is the one that I'm going to tell the story right now about how she was so caring about the situation that happened to me with two of her staff members. So this morning, I was so distressed. I was going through a crisis and I needed some time to sleep because I had missed my flight because of what was going on, and I had not had enough rest. So I went back to the hotel and I wanted to make my own reservation so that I could have a few hours of sleep. So when I went there, it was around maybe 7 a.m.-ish in the morning. Those two black staff members, it was a male and a female, really heavy set female with really thick lashes and like platinum blonde hair. I wore my MAGA hat, and the way those two people looked at me like they did not want to serve me, or like I had shit on my face. They looked at me, they were very unwelcoming, very uninviting. And I walked in there because I was distressful, I was tired, and I was even crying because of the situation that I was in. When I went there, the look that these two people gave me, it made me feel so uncomfortable. It really made me feel like shit. And I'm sorry, but this is the first time ever that I've worn this MAGA hat, and I have felt that I was demonized. They didn't even want to help me until this one female, her name is Tina, she was at the front desk. She asked me what was going on. So I told her that I was in a distressful situation and that I just needed a few hours of sleep before I catch my flight back to San Antonio. I was tired and I was very emotional. And she was willing to help me. But in the midst of everything, the computer systems were down. She was trying to ask the other two to help me, but they just seemed so disinterested. They did not want to help me because they were seeing my hat and they just felt like, nah, I don't want to. It's like the look of, what's this black woman with a MAGA hat? I ain't gonna serve her. That's the attitude that I got from those two people. Anyway, fast forward, the woman, after those two colleagues, I think they were ending that shift anyway. They were leaving and they left. She told me that she was not happy with the way those two people treated me, her staff, and that she was gonna go and talk to her supervisors. And in all honesty, her name is Tina. Tina was so upset. She said that I don't care what people's affiliations are, what they believe in, but that's not right. And she did not like the way they treated me. So she booked me to the room, she got me situated. She even said that I could have a little bit of a later discharge. Instead of me leaving at like noon, I could even leave as late as 3 p.m. today. So the reason why I'm crying right now is that she called me and she said that I just want to let you know, she's like, hey, this is Tina, I just want to let you know that I was really, really not happy with how you were treated this morning. I know that you're tired, you were so emotional. And I spoke to my supervisor and she said that the supervisor was not happy. She was really, really not happy. And I could tell she felt embarrassed for her two co-workers, how they treated me this morning. And then she called to tell me that the room is going to be comped, that I don't have to pay for the room, and that she wanted me to have enough sleep and get the rest. And then, you know what she said to me? She said, I just want you to make sure that you come down and give me a hug. That's why I'm so emotional. It's like she vouched for me. Because she didn't like the way I was treated, because I was villainized, I was demonized. I feel so bad. But I want to thank you, Tina. Thank you for this morning. Thank you. I want to give credit to Hilton Cincinnati and Netherlands Plaza. You have a wonderful staff member in the name of Tina. And I want to give this shout out to you, Tina. And I will go and give you a hug. And what I will do is I will pause this video and then I will give you the interaction, because I want you guys to see her. I want you to see the wonderful woman that helped me in my time of distress and who vouched and had my back and didn't treat me like I was less than a human being.
So I'm at the Hilton Cincinnati, the Netherlands Plaza, and I'm just getting ready to go downstairs, and we're gonna go ahead and meet Tina. And I wanna thank the woman who made me feel like I was worthy and did not make me feel like I was a piece of trash because I was wearing a MAGA hat. I want the world to see what a beautiful woman and a beautiful soul she is. And I want to capture this moment. I'm gonna have to do another piece because unfortunately my video doesn't allow, I can't like turn it around, so I'm gonna have to do this interaction separately. Here goes. I'm at the lobby. Hi. Hi, Tina. I want, you know, Tina, it's very emotional for me. World, I want you to see the most.
Feeling much better? Can I give you a hug?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
you
you're feeling much better. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I do apologize for this morning. I do apologize, but it's okay. We got you all squared away and everything.
You just don't understand. I mean, the way they made me feel demonized, like I was a villain just because of.
Just because of what,
What?
And like I was just telling my manager Nick, I was like, I gave him the backstory, like when you first came in and everything. You know, I was like, I've seen her. You know what I'm saying? I know I saw this lady and everything. It's just, I don't care. I don't care what people's views are. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling my boss, I was like, I know we got a lot of them that work here. You know, that has different views or whatever, but we gotta treat people like this is a home away from home.
That is very, very true.
Away from home. And I saw you over there sitting, and I just kept like, you guys are not even making it. You guys are not even taking it to the back. You know what I'm saying? To discuss whatever you want to discuss.
It was very emotional for me, and I just want to tell you that you are a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
You are such a beautiful soul.
I appreciate you, man. I
appreciate you so
just upset
much.
Because I didn't.
And
and my other coworker too, who was here this morning.
Yeah, Ashley.
Yeah, she was upset too, and I was like, nope, you stay back here. I got her. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
you
like
are
that.
beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
God bless you.
Yeah, yes. You enjoy the rest of your stay. And like I said, you don't have to worry about tonight because it's already gone.
Hat. Oh my god, he's wearing a MAGA. He's wearing a MAGA hat. Panic. Everyone panic.
What's a MAGA hat?
What's a MAGA hat? Make America great again, Donald Trump.
Who's that?
Who's Donald Trump?
No, who's got a MAGA hat?
The man in the smoking area.
Oh.
It's what?
Y'all going to Mexico wearing MAGA hats as if y'all not gonna get touched by the motherfucking people there, and that's crazy. Bitch, how racist do you have to be and out of touch with society do you have to be to show up in Mexico wearing Make America Great Again motherfucking merch and logos and think you're safe? You think that you're safe being racist in Mexico? First of all, why are you going to Mexico knowing good and goddamn well you don't like Mexican people and you want them to be deported? What the fuck are you doing in Mexico for spring break? Baby, you're gonna get touched. Baby, you're gonna get tapped on the shoulder. Baby, they're getting you the fuck up out of there. Like, immediately. Like, I don't understand. And this is why I say they need to keep the Department of Education, but even if, bitch, you still wouldn't pick up a book and learn something. Because there is no way that you thought you could travel to another country that you don't like and they're not gonna fucking tap your ass on the shoulder. Even me. I love Mexico. I love the people. I love the culture. And I love President Claudia. But baby, I even know as an American right now, we are not popular. They can't stand our motherfucking asses. I would be damned if I went to another country, all right, and I didn't do my research and I didn't understand what was going on in this time period to be respectful to those people. Like, what the fuck? Everything outside of the United States of America, everyone is watching us, baby. We are on the Jumbotron, and they gonna get us as soon as we touch down. I need y'all to start doing your due diligence and pick up a motherfucking book.
Where do you come to Mexico if you don't like Mexicans?
I'm half Mexican.
Oh, then you voted for Trump? So you're one of those self-hating ones, motherfuckers? Go back to fucking America. Nobody wants you here.
Good morning, friends. So, some of y'all cousins
want to go to Mexico wearing a MAGA hat or MAGA gear? Really? If I worked in the airport, yeah, they'd be in line for some hours. Yeah, I think they'd probably have to be searched and denied entry. Not with that on. No. Nah, couldn't be me. They better be glad I don't, like, run no airport in Mexico, because them maggots would not be getting in. Not with that gear on. No. Take it off or get out. Okay? You don't bring that hate over to somebody else's country. Are you kidding me? That is crazy. And I listen, ain't no other culture like the Mexicans, okay? Because they are some great people. The food is great. They fun, hard workers. They're human beings like everybody else. How you gonna hate on a specific country of people? It's so crazy. But if you ain't coming to my country with that mess on, couldn't be me. Lock them up, get them out, turn them around, whatever you got to do. But entry denied. Bye.
So, one of the biggest examples that is happening in Mexico, for years, Americans, especially remote workers, have been flooding Mexico cities because it's cheaper and more peaceful. But now, locals are protesting. They are demanding Americans to go home because prices are rising, neighborhoods are changing, and gentrification is pushing Mexican citizens out. It's the exact same complaints MAGA folks have been shouting in the US. Except now they are the ones being told to leave, and it gets even funnier if it wasn't so ironic. Some of these same Trump supporting content creators who proudly preach about strict US immigration laws are getting deported from Mexico for overstaying their visas. The same follow the law or go back home. They used against others. Mexico is now using it on them. What we are seeing is a reversal. The same rejection, hostility, and judgment this individual once projected onto Black Americans, immigration, and other migrationalized group is now being served right back to them. And suddenly the tune changed, because let's be real, political repentance in America rarely comes from empathy. It comes from consequences. People don't rethink harsh policies until those policies land directly on their doorsteps. Then this isn't fair. This feels like discrimination. This is hatred. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. To top it, all of reports says the Mexican government has quietly addressed against wearing MAGA hats and Trump gear on Mexican soil, not because of fashion, but because of the heat and hostility it brings. So, here we are in the world where MAGA supporters are getting a taste of their own rhetoric. A world where American gentrifiers are being told to go home. A world where strict migration laws suddenly feels too strict, when they are applied backwards. It's poetic, it's ironic, and honestly, it's a lesson. The same energy you give to others will eventually meet you on the road. Do to your friend or neighbor what you love when it gets to be done to you. Whether you are wearing a red heart or not. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to my channel, and I would love to hear your comments and what you have to say about this. Let me see you on the next one.